What's up, machine freaks? How we doing today? I'm doing excellent. I woke up early, got some stuff done. Time to get more stuff done for you guys. Well, I guess not for you, with you guys. I have not had my truck for a while, and to tell you the truth, I kind of feel like going shopping. As you guys know from yesterday's vlog, I had a difficult time finding spark plugs for that BMW. Luckily, I managed to find them, and they're supposed to be in anywhere from now, because it's 10:15, to noon. But I ran out of my favorite rubber gloves that I use. A lot of people probably wonder why I use gloves. When I first started being a small engine mechanic, because that's how I started out, that's another video how I got into it and everything. I've mentioned it before, but I can mention it again because I understand there's new viewers and new subscribers every day. Thousands every day. What I want to say is, when I first started in small engine mechanics, I didn't wear gloves. I thought it was stupid and whatever because I was ignorant. The truth is your skin is a sponge. When you're dealing with mechanics, you have fluids and you have grease and dirt and grime and everything else. Your skin absorbs that when you touch it. It just hurts you from the inside out. I don't mind the dirt, but when it comes to the brake cleaner and stuff, that stuff is no good for you at all. Just some helpful advice: if you work with stuff like that, make sure you have gloves. I just had a huge rant about gloves, but I also want to buy other stuff. The only problem is I don't have a truck, I only have a motorcycle. I can only carry a book bag on the back of my motorcycle. Maybe I could, nah. Ratchet strap like a box or something? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Let's go spend some money. Man, did I go shopping. It was a nice ride, and it was a comfortable ride until I filled my book bag full of stuff. I got a lot of gloves. A ratchet set, and a code reader. And of course, the main reason why we went, spark plugs. Oh, I got your spark plugs. The BMW, that is. Not yours, because they probably won't fit. I mean, they had a special order and everything. So I bought some ratcheting wrenches. The reason why I didn't go ahead and buy Craftsman wrenches is because A, I'm not going to use these a lot, and B, I only wanted one size. I only wanted the 10mm. Because in my experience, I always need a 10mm ratcheting wrench, so I went and bought a 10mm ratcheting wrench. Answers that question, right?
I got a belt for my cousin. The only thing is he's a little bigger, so this thing's not really doing anything right now.
Probably want to take this off. Let's see if this works. That's perfect. Maybe I should just start working for Victoria's Secret since I got the clothing skills. I don't think my girlfriend would appreciate that though, or approve of it. She's probably all pissed off as we speak. I'm just kidding, I was trying to be funny in a video. Let's start from where we left off from yesterday. I think what I want to go ahead and do is turn the car over without any spark plugs in it, and just make sure everything's working. Make sure the pistons are going up and down, and then check for spark. And then if everything passes, we'll go ahead and put this thing back together and see if it runs. This is when it helps to call your buddy and say, hey, check out these cylinders while I'm turning over the engine. Now instead of somebody else, we're gonna have to test it one by one with the camcorder, turn it on, turn it off. 6 times, there's 6 cylinders, math. These are what the spark plugs look like. So let's go ahead and start with cylinder 1. It might not necessarily be cylinder 1, but As far as I could see, we're in the clear. All 6 cylinders are firing, while the spark plugs are sparking. I couldn't really tell whether they were sparking good or bad. Yeah, I need to get a pair of a needle nose. The socket keeps on coming off the extension. What has me worried is cylinder 3. It's really brown, and it's the only one that is brown. We'll find out. I'm going to try to start this car. Before I do that, I just want to say one thing. There's one gasket that I found underneath the cover, and it goes to one of the injectors. That gasket right there. Maybe that's why the third cylinder is blacker than the other ones. I don't know. We'll start the car up and just see how it goes, I guess. I have all the spark plugs installed. Now I'm going to put some dielectric grease on to get the best contact possible and to prevent any corrosion. It's funny, I'm treating this $500 car like it's a $50,000 car. And I said that's good. A lot of car people are probably watching this video, and what I'm about to do, they probably frown upon. But the thing is I'm not going to tighten them up all the way with this thing. I'm just going to go ahead and start them. I don't have time to be threading these things all day. The reason why a lot of car people will probably get pissed off is because these are steel bolts and it's going into an aluminum head. See, what occurs is you start going in really fast with an impact and you strip the hole out, and then you can't thread a bolt in there anymore. But with my years of experience with this kind of stuff, I'm very careful. That's not saying I've never fucked up a bolt though. Trust me, I've fucked up plenty of bolts. Here we go. I'm hoping those spark plugs paid off. I called like 6 people to get them. It sounded promising. One thing I don't like is you have to bring the ignition all the way back before you can go ahead and try to start it again. Really weird. So here we go. I'm gonna give it a little bit of pump. Check control. Okay, it says check control. Now I'm gonna assume that that check control is a sensor for the throttle, because when I push it, it's very stiff. You like my Jordans? Very stiff. Now I don't try to make people upset, but I think I'm just naturally good at it. Like I'm wearing $225 sneakers working on a crappy BMW. Oh, you should treat those shoes with respect. I've worn these things for 5 years. I got like 3 years worth of good use out of them. Now they're just retired and they're for work. So I guess let's go ahead and try this again. It is getting fuel because when I pushed that little valve there, it squirted gas out. Granted, it didn't smell the best. Okay, we'll put a little bit of this in there. That should be good. Drink up, buttercup. This car just continues to amaze me. Now in New York State, you have to get your vehicle inspected every year. It's hard to pass the inspection because even if there's an O2 sensor, which means like a fuel cap is screwed up or you have a small exhaust leak, like it won't pass. That's how they get you out of more money, but it's just a big pain in the butt. This car was inspected, it's still able to go on the road, so it did pass the tests. The only thing is they treated this thing like a demo car. You know, one of those cars that you go ahead and take it at the fair and you crash it and everything else? This is the OBD. This is basically the computer hookup. It's supposed to be bolted back in here, but it was just sitting out like this. And I'm not even sure if all those wires are connected. This wire, I don't know where the hell that goes. But I'm trying to find if any of them came unhooked. Anyways, I'm gonna try this thing.
It'd be cool if it was the ODB, Old Dirty Bastard. He makes some good music. Well, he did before he died. So let's hook this up.
This will be my first time ever using one of these tools. There's a first for everything, right? Let's get comfy. Waiting for vehicle to respond.
Codes found 4.
So now you go to the place that employs me, Google.com, and you go ahead and type in these codes and try to find out what's going on.